ballistic missiles and they're hitting.
Well, pull it up, guys.
The thing is that the IDF asked not to share footage because they don't want Iran to see where exactly things are hitting. So there isn't.
It's literally that.
Nearby in the Red Sea, they've been used in the past to help defend Israel.
I also love, oh yeah, the IDF. Please don't show where everything's getting hit. Ethan puts his camera right in front of the place where they get hit. We're doing our part.
Time.
I see some Israelis in our chat right now. They're in the safe rooms.
If my country was under a fucking missile attack, I would not be watching any YouTuber that I knew. Bro, I love Chud. All right, I like Queeman. All right, streams. I like Dickers. I like all these people. If I'm under missile attack, I am not watching any of that shit.
They're saying your next Millhouse H31, your next Millhouse H31.
It's crazy. It's crazy to me. All right. It's just like this whole thing is like, you know, a little bit crazy to me. So I have this article. All right. I got this article here. Israel urges the U.S. to join war with Iran to eliminate nuclear program. Israel has asked the Trump administration over the past 48 hours to join the war with Iran in order to eliminate its nuclear program, according to 2 Israeli officials. The big picture: Israel lacks bunker buster bombs and large bomber aircraft needed to destroy Iran's Fordow uranium enrichment site, which is built into a mountain and deep underground. The U.S. has both within flying distance of Iran. So yeah, I don't really know how else to put this other than, hey, it's literally Israel just saying, hey, I know that we started this war thing, but like, if you don't join us, then, you know, we're not going to be able to complete the war. Which, generally speaking, right, you would expect like a country to do before they went to war with Iran, you know? Shai Halud, good afternoon, love you. Almost like they shouldn't have started shit if they can't do the job. Yeah. Almost like, you know, Israeli civilians are going to die, you know, which, we got to find out about because, Ela, for the first time, has posted about dead Palestinians on her Instagram. Because it seems like Iran was the ones that killed them. But yeah, this is on Ela's Instagram. 5 Palestinians were wounded, including 3 children, after an Iran-funded Houthi missile hit a Palestinian town. You know, so, you know, that's a thing. Just so we're clear, she's finally gone ahead and posted about the Palestinian struggle. All right, she's finally done it. All right, let's go. Let's go. Not only that, she has also posted about being the most girl boss military of all time. All right, and this comes actually from the H3H3 Productions subreddit, where she posted, female pilot participated in the attack on Iran. Israeli women are heroes. And yeah, this got kind of bigger, apparently. Because this post got posted unironically to their own subreddit. It's not a snark page or anything like that. It got posted to their own subreddit. All right, Estelle, good afternoon, love you. And it says, I've always been a supporter of Ela and Ethan in the podcast. I know they don't mean harm in the way they intend to say things about Iran, but just as passionate as they feel to be Israeli, I feel as an Iranian. The Iranian government is absolute dog shit, and the mullahs that run it are diabolical tyrants. And I agree with them that most Iranians hate their own government. But don't forget that a lot of us still have family there, just as you do in Israel. We went 2 nights without hearing from our family members, not knowing if they're okay or not, because the internet has been cut there. So I'm not sure if the best word is to call one of the pilots who carried out the attack as a hero, because I would not say the same for the Iranian military. Yes, Iran needs to be taken down, but not through civilians. IDK, maybe I'm a bit naive in all this, but want to see if anyone felt the same as me. And, yeah, this fucking did gangbusters on their subreddit, bro. Like,
This
person-
terrorist, bro. What the f? It's
bro,
so boring.
Nunga, chill. What the man? Thank you for the 238. Chill, dude. Chill. Okay. Shai Halud, good afternoon. Love you. Anyways, yeah. So, yep, that's a thing. And then the second highest post. Yes, this just gave Kassan & Co. ammo for another 6 months. Genuinely surprised and disappointed that this happened. How are these people this stupid? Alright, that's the second highest post. Okay, the first highest post. Yeah, I agree. I think there's space for reasonable criticism here. No discussion, just, yeah, it seems bad. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? What do you want? Anyways, there was an update, actually, just so we're clear, and one of the mods thankfully posted it, which was Ela saying, I would like to apologize for my recent reshare about the female Israeli pilot being a hero. It came off as glorifying violence, which wasn't at all my intention, but I understand that's how it came off. I wanted to highlight the difference between women's lack of rights in Iran under the Ayatollah and women in Israel being agency to even fight in combat. That being said, it's not the best timing or situation to make such a point. War is terrible and should never be glorified. I'm very sorry for the post. Which, you know, probably would be reasonable if, like, bro, it's just, you can't make this shit up. It's like, talk about, like, not having, like, any fucking, like, spirit for, like, the shit that you go ahead and put out on, like, a super regular basis, right? Okay? Like, I mean, this is, like, the whole, you know, like, they literally did, like, a whole section on Iran, and we're just saying, like, yeah, you know, we have to talk about this. And, you know, it's like it's a short little, it's like 15 minutes. So let's see if, like, these Instagram messages are not reflective of the live show that they did. I actually don't know. Okay. All right. I want to be extremely clear. I have no idea. Dr. Oxbon, good afternoon. Love you. Where's the perfect time for women empowerment posting? Exactly, dude. It's great. So yeah, I actually don't know. I didn't watch this. I'm tired. I figure we can check it out. And then I got one other thing. I got like 2 other things to check real quick. Just because I think it's important.
Okay, well.
Ice Cubes, good afternoon.
So what's happening? That's like that's a new thing.
So they're sending ballistic missiles and they're hitting.
Well, pull it up, guys.
The thing is that the IDF asked not to share footage because they don't want Iran to see where exactly things are hitting. So there isn't a lot of, like,
Retro Versus, good afternoon, love you. Ice Scenes, good afternoon, love you. Bro, shut the fuck up. Ela, like, people were straight up, ABC News was reporting on this with their live correspondents, and literally it showed a fucking city block getting hit. Ela, shut the fuck up, dude. Oh my god.
Well, I don't want to see the
footage
impact.
being
I just want to
shown.
see what's happening, like, on the skies.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go to live news.
I just sent you what Ela sent.
Here, Ed is probably showing. Here's just a little NBC News update.
Escalation.
And that is...
Oh, don't show any... Ela, don't show any images of where missiles are hitting. Immediately shows images of the NBC News of where the missiles are hitting. Actually incredible.
The big concern here looming over all of this. Could this not ensnare not only the wider region, but the United...
Bro, I understand why Chud thinks this shit's boring. Because, like, bro, I just, like, we're not even, like, 30 seconds in to the Iran-Israel situation of their podcast. And I'm already just like, well, great. Cool. Great. How about the missiles hitting? What about the Iron Dome? Well, let's just put it this way. The Iron Dome is over Tel Aviv and a lot of other places. However, it's not going to be as thick in certain areas. I don't even know if it's too many overwhelming it. I actually think like the overwhelming thing is completely ignoring the reality of how far various neighborhoods stretch throughout. And yes, Tel Aviv getting hit, it was overwhelming. We went over that yesterday. But I believe that the missiles that hit today, from what I can tell, do not seem to be hitting directly within Tel Aviv as well. So that's a thing. Yeah, and plus, it is a 3-tier system. We kind of went over it a little bit yesterday, so that is the thing.
Here, quickly, talk about the targets that Israel hit in Iran, its nuclear facilities. How damaging a blow was Israel able to pull off?
Well, we've seen the smoke over Natanz. We've seen...
Let me see what's happened with the fatalities in Israel. That is a new...
So it was
It's a
casualties.
very-
So
Oh,
it
that
might
doesn't mean
not be-
deaths?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm still getting that
Yeah,
term.
me too.
Now, by the time that they did this, there was 1 death in Israel, and then 80 deaths in Iran.
Casualties, I thought mean dead.
I learned that last week actually, so it might not be. 22
Israel claims
deaths.
Iran
I think-
fired fewer than 100 missiles, made a few hits. Iran fired fewer than 100 missiles, made a few hits. Some of those were interception debris. There could be more barrages later tonight, urging civilians to stay.
Why does this come off as so unplanned and scuffed? Because, bro, obviously, when you have an ally that will bend over backwards for you and do literally anything to validate your existence, you know what you do? You launch missiles at another country that is ostensibly both of your enemies without telling them, and then a day later be like, hey guy, do you want to come join us? Yeah, that's why it feels unplanned and scuffed. Bats and Badgers, good afternoon, love you. Okay, that's, yeah, yep. Oh no, I meant the H3 podcast. Oh! Because Ethan spends all of his time going over Twitter and watching Hassan videos, rather than doing actual research. And the people that he pays to do research are relatively lazy, in my opinion.
And shelter, where's it say about the casualties? I was just listening to news on the way here. I didn't hear anything like that.
Trying to find something.
I was
too,
hearing
but-
that nobody
I didn't see
was
anything
there.
like that on the news feed. So.
There is a lot of just lots of random information right now flowing on Instagram. So some are not yet totally
Not corroborated yet?
Yes,
wow.
but there's gonna be soon.
This is like from Israelis probably who are getting the news quick.
Yeah.
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 Hey.
Pentagon saying, what are they watching?
Well, the Pentagon's not telling us anything, frankly. I mean, they haven't spoken. We've gotten no statement out of the Secretary of Defense. So, but officials who we are talking to say that, in fact, the United States did help Israel defend from this enormous barrage of projectiles, including estimates of more than 100 ballistic missiles that came from Iran fired towards Israel. Now, the U.S. used ground-based interceptors to help with this. That's the THAAD, the Patriot. Those are both ground-based missile defense interceptors that have the ability to take on various ranges, including even medium-range ballistic missiles. The U.S. has other things, though, in the region that could help.
That looks insane,
if, in
dude.
fact, Iran continues to
You
target.
ever play that game, Rocket Defense, like back?
Missile Command, bro. It's literally called Missile Command. No!
Back in the day where you just click and it shoots up rockets?
Bro, literally, I'm doing this shit yesterday. I'm like, bro, this feels like when Balam Garden got hit by missiles from, like, you know, antagonist nation #1, bro. Like, that's what I was saying yesterday. These guys, you know, it's like missile defense.
I love that. Missile defense.
Yeah.
I think is what it was called.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
literally that.
The old
Nearby
arcade
in the
game.
Red
Yeah, the
Sea,
sleep-
they've been used in the past to help defend Israel.
I also love, oh yeah, the IDF. Please don't show where everything's getting hit. Ethan puts his camera right in front of the place where they get hit. We're doing our part.
But they also have aircraft.
I'm not even making a real critique of Ethan here. I don't actually care about it. I just think it's very funny that Ela's like, yeah, the IDF said that we shouldn't be posting this stuff. Sansol, good afternoon, love you. So that's the thing. What's popping in here? we're talking a little bit about Iran, Israel, and H3's involvement with it. And then we're going to schizo post about the shooter. Okay, because I found some crazy stuff.
Fighter jets, fighter
Missile
squadrons
There it is.
that
It's called
have
Missile
also
Command.
in the past been used to try to defend Israel. You'll recall that during one of these back and forths between Israel and Iran last year, U.S. aircraft were in the air shooting down drones that were flying from Iran to Israel, taking them out, Kristen. But again, at this point, all that was used were these ground-based interceptors in this current salvo by the Iranians.
So I don't know if there was an update. Seems more like
There's 22 injured. I do see it on Israeli news. Yeah. There's
so. But
22 injured.
No deaths, or we don't know. Anything.
There's a few in critical condition, meaning
Sheesh.
usually that means they could die.
This is definitely going to be. I mean, the Israelis said it's a war now, and it's
Also,
this is going down. This is like
I
a
see
war that's
some,
been brewing for a long time.
I see some Israelis in our chat right now. They're in the safe rooms.
I want to say that, you know,
Okay. If my country was under a fucking missile attack, I would not be watching any YouTuber that I knew if I was in a safe room. One Punch, good afternoon, love you. That sounds like the worst experience. Bro, I love Chud. All right, I like Queeman. All right, streams. I like Dickers. I like all these people. If I'm under missile attack, I am not watching any of that shit. I'm not watching any of that shit at all. Holy fuck. Let me die. Let me die. I hate it. What else are you supposed to do in a safe room? Have sex. All right, I would assume I would have a sexable loved one in the safe room with me. And if I'm gonna die, I'd like to go out dogging.
whatever you think about Israel, Iran is bad as or worse. They are the fucking evil. They are the evil fucking. They are the reason for all this bullshit. Like Hamas, Hezbollah, Houthis. They're all attacking under the direction of Iran. They are all being these
Jojo, good afternoon, love you.
jihadists.
Oh, Big Bag, go post in the YouTube chat real quick so I can give you mod, okay? Sorry.
Fucking Islamists, like mega, like these ultra, you know, I don't even know how to say it, militant, super religious zealots, right? This is all.
But the word that you're looking for is theocratic state under dictatorial leadership.
Coming from Iran, under their direction, you know? So, you know, and what's interesting is that even you know who hates Iran, the Iranian government the most? Iranians.
The people.
Every fucking Iranian you ask is like, fuck them. I can't wait for them to be gone.
Israelis and Iranians actually have like a really good connection.
Yeah, dude.
They don't. They don't. Like if guy, what are they saying? It's like, yes, like it's not a shock that Iranians probably hate their government, especially if we're gonna go ahead and consider like all the protests that happened. Like, was it just last year? Like, was it just last year that like that sort of stuff happened, right? The Masa Amini protests of 22 into 23, right? Where this one young girl wasn't wearing, you know, her hijab properly in Tehran, and then was killed by, you know, the Iranian, you know, whatever. Yeah, they have issues. The problem is, once you start bombing people, okay, they're probably going to go ahead and say, wow, you know what? I really don't like our government, but I really hate this other government that just killed parts of my family. So, really good way to get them to get behind their government. That's, yep, yeah, yeah. But the Iranian diaspora hates the Ayatollah. Like, let's be real. Like, absolutely. But again, those are the people you need to convince to hate Iran. You have to do it to the people that are living there, including the clergy.
Was cheering for each other because I mean a lot of Jewish Persians are in Israel from Iran.
Yeah.
And so it's a very there's a strong bond between the people.
Mm-hmm.
Some of my best.
It's just crazy. Like, oh, this has been like, did Ethan literally not just say this has been brewing for a very long time, and now they're just like, but yeah, you know, Israelis and Iranians, they love each other. They really love each other. You know, like they've loved each other except for like when the Shah came to power 50 fucking years ago.
Best friends were in Israel or Persian.
I see a lot of activists supporting Israel who are Iran, or supporting Israel in this conflict against Iran specifically, not supporting the horrific
the
crimes.
Ayatollah.
Yeah. What? Say what?
The Ayatollah.
No, the Ayatollah is evil.
Bro, it is just like I hate that in the year of our Lord 2025, everybody is fully confident to just do politics without knowing like basic lines, basic things about what's going on around the world. Like, this is the shit, like, I take notes so that way, like, I don't screw things up. Like, and I didn't even take that many notes because I didn't need to. Okay? But, like, literally, I take notes just to make sure, like, that I've got, like, all my stuff together. And it's just, it's, with Ethan, I feel it really is constantly the people, like his little co-host, saying, oh, I know the word that you're trying to use here, right? It's this thing. And Ethan's just like, yeah, sure, I guess it's that. And then just runs with it, dude. It's crazy. Okay?
Yeah, everybody hates the Ayatollah.
Right.
They fuck these guys, you know what I mean? Like, and so far, it does seem like the strikes that Israel's done in Iran, from what I can tell, have been very targeted.
Very strict.
Not true. That is also just not true. Like, by the time that this podcast had gone up, there was a strike that had killed, there were strikes that had killed 78 Iranians with 300 civilians injured, with civilians, not the military targets that they were alleging. So this is just a straight up lie from Ethan, all right? When this happened, he didn't look these things up. He is just imagining that Israel was not indiscriminately bombing civilian centers.
Strategic. It seems they've been playing it for a long time.
So there's not, as far as I've heard, any, or at least not massive civilian casualties in Iran.
I heard of civilian casualties. I mean, nothing obviously compared to Gaza, but it was definitely more targeted.
Where did you hear that? Because I haven't seen that.
Wall Street Journal. Let me see. I believe it was Wall Street Journal. Let me see.
Can you pass that? But it is definitely seems to be targeted. But hopefully there's no civilian deaths. If there are, that's horrible. Because like I said,
yeah, literally 78 times as many civilian deaths at the time of this posting. So that's something. Park, good afternoon, love you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm not gonna go into like the micro niche.
Iranian
I
public
do not need to do such a thing.
Has got to be.
But I appreciate the link.
Dude,
anyways.
fuck the Ayatollah.
I know exactly where I'm going with this, just so we're clear. Okay.
They're like the worst. They are the problem with every fucking thing in that. It's funny. I feel like everyone blames a lot on Israel, and listen, Israel is a shit stir, and they're fucking mass murdering people in Gaza. But Iran is like.
Is it a good detail? I guess you're from Tehran. I mean, that's fair. You know, I don't like, here's the thing. It's just like, again, I have a very specific lens that I'm going through with this, which is that one, this sort of like hyper focus. Yeah. Good people get killed in bombings. Like, I'm going to be honest. I think the idea of like them even targeting the nuclear scientists, right? And this is just like, I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like there is like some level of brain drain that occurs there when they killed like 9 nuclear scientists, you know, even if they are with the military. I guess it's like one of those things where I have to make these considerations of like how even that works. Because again, it is a brain drain. There is some you know, there's some things, okay? There's some things. And again, this is what happens when you bomb civilian centers. Yeah, civilians die. And yes, ones that often will go ahead and even possibly be on your side are going to die. So, yeah, you know.
Is this driving force behind Hamas? You know? So.
Yeah, the brain drain is the idea. It reduces their capacity to do it. Yeah, exactly. It's not like, hey, you know, we literally are asking the U.S. to join because we don't have the necessary weapons to do what we wanted to do. So after we've done this, we're now asking you to join. Yeah, there's... I'm just going to say, I don't think this is very well thought out, okay? On Israel.
It's kind of crazy, too, because this war always seems so dangerous, right? And because of Hezbollah and the Houthis and Hamas was like, oh, if you ever attack Iran, we're going to do like a full-scale assault. Now that Israel's attacked Iran, Hezbollah literally put out a press release saying, we're not responding.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, we're out of this shit. That's fucking crazy. Assad is gone. Hezbollah is standing.
Yeah, we killed your talks. You have to join us now. Yeah, remember like how you were trying to negotiate with these dudes so that way they like wouldn't develop nuclear weapons and everything and get back on like, you know, the IECA, what is it, International... I can't actually remember. I think it's like IECA or something like that. Like, back on that plan that we shuttered 6 years ago that, you know, we're trying to get back to. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. IAEA. Thank you, Dr. Oxbong. Thank you. TJ Ward. Good afternoon. Love you.
Hamas is like not operational. As far as I can tell, Hamas hasn't even shot any rockets in response to this. The Houthis, the Houthis sent a few rockets that hit like Arab cities.
Yes, Palestinian territories.
Yeah.
Oh, like overall, what my favorite flag? Hezbollah. I'm not even kidding. It's actually a dope flag.
Okay.
So.
Just, you gotta be fucking kidding me, bro. Oh. All right, man. Like, just. Can you just... Come on, dude. Like, why? Why? Just why? Why is it that... Okay, now we're going back to Hassan so that way we can make sure everybody remembers, hey, we hate Hassan, right, guys? Right?
Right now, Iran is looking extremely vulnerable and defenseless, frankly. And I think the Ayatollah...
I feel like this is like a crazy episode to watch after like some of the images that have been coming out of Israel as well. I feel like it's kind of crazy, dude.
Is evil, you know what I mean? So.
Oh yeah, there is like this whole argument that like, you know, Israel has nukes and they aren't investigated or anything like that by any international body because reasons, but every other country has to have that. It's kind of crazy to me, but like whatever, you know.
Getting rid of them would not be a bad thing at all.
I don't have like this huge like impetus to go ahead and like make that argument. I know Queeman made because I watched his coverage a little bit, but you know.
But you know, obviously Israel tends to take things too far, so we're just going to have to hope and pray that that's not the case here, because I really do think that the Iranian public stands against their government.
Mm-hmm. Big time.
Yeah. Is Harley in the waiting room?
Oh yeah, and then like you get like super chats from this guy, wait, no, do I not? Okay, cool, my power toys do work. Excellent. Super chats from this guy, OB24. It seems the Israeli targeted strikes were aimed at nuclear sites and at apartment complexes that were built and staffed by military personnel. Surely, those apartment complexes only had military personnel in them, and that it is totally cool to go ahead and bomb residential complexes when there's people inside of them that might do things against you. It's yep. Yeah, I'm sure they had like command centers underneath those apartment complexes, you know?
Yeah, pop our boy in. Yeah, the Houthis hit a Palestinian village in Hebron. That was their help.
Mm-hmm.
That's the peace activist.
Thanks, guys.
Houthis. So, That's what's going on.
Give them the Nobel Peace Prize, right?
Yeah, and by the way,
Oh, for the record, it's a war crime to kill military personnel off duty with family. Oh. Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm going to be honest, I don't really, I'm not a scholar on war crimes. So, I'm just going to say, seems kind of dumb to me, but, hey.
People are like worried about World War III and like a huge regional war. I'm not going to do a Hassan here and be like, I mark my words. This is what it is. But this is my take on it. Obviously, I could be wrong. Everybody in the region hates Iran. Saudi Arabia fucking hates Iran. Nobody wants them to get nuclear bombs. It will destabilize the entire region, right? If Hezbollah, if Hamas, if Syria isn't coming to their defense, nobody is. Jordan hates Iran. Saudi Arabia hates Iran. Iranians hate the government of Iran. And when I say hates Iran, I mean the Ayatollah.
The government, yeah.
Because the Persian people are amazing, resilient.
Well, is that why they hate Iran, Ethan? Or is it that they hate Iran because it's a different... It's the old Shiite battle between Iran and Saudi Arabia, which has been a very long-standing feud between the two countries, which are both theocracies. Also, I would bet that the Saudi Arabian public may not be quite so fond of their government as well. Does that mean Israel should start bombing Saudi Arabia?
Incredible people. And you've seen some of these really brave...
In fact, I think the only reason why Saudi Arabia is playing nice with Israel is because of the United States trying to go ahead and make those deals with Jordan and everything. But hey...
protesters protesting this theocratic, tyrannical government that they have there, and the harsh punishments that they've received. Ethan's hat doesn't fit. I know, it's too big.
It's too big?
Yeah, it's too big. It's just too voluminous.
You probably wore it when you had long hair.
I don't think. Okay, whatever. Harley, nice to see you. We're doing a Goss talk about the war between Israel and.
We're doing a Goss talk about the war in Iran and Israel, where civilians are dying. It's just gossip, guys. It's just drama, dudes. Oh my god.
Iran.
Graham Stephan's a Jew.
Love you.
Is that right? Okay, that's not relevant. All right,
No, I didn't. Yeah. And thanks for having me, by the way.
Yeah.
Everybody
how are you
Harley.
doing?
Goss
I'm
talk.
doing well.
Just goss.
How you doing?
All right.
I hate these fucking ghouls, dude. It's just goss talk, though. Emery, good afternoon. Love you.
Okay, I'm worried. Did you send me this?
No, that shit's old. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm not like I'm skipping over a bunch of Ethan content that I am gonna come back to at some point, but that might get added into it. I don't know. I'm trying to get better with my segments. Okay.
Talk about Iran. What's happening in Iran? Let's see.
Yeah, from Reuters.
Let's see here. Iran fight.
Yeah, we're reaching dangerous levels of political hobbyism. Yes. Yeah, that's the absolute truth. Yeah.
Missiles at Israel in response to attacks. Latest development: Iran launches missiles. Trump urges Iran to halt bombing. Where's its? I'm trying to see the damage in Iran.
There's like a bunch of burning what it seems.
Oh yeah, yeah. Trump, stop bombing. Trump, stop bombing. Stop bombing. If you stop bombing, we may still be able to make the deal. When at like pretty much the the same time is saying, hey, Iran, just so you know. There's more to come because, yep, that's where we're at. That is unironically where we at. I think it's been excellent, Trump told ABC News chief Washington correspondent Jonathan Karl. We gave them a chance and they didn't take it. They got hit hard, very hard. They got hit about as hard as you're going to get hit. And there's more to come, a lot more. And as a reminder, just so we're clear here, the U.S. did not know, all right, one, by our own intelligence saying so, but also by the Israeli intelligence saying so, that any of this was going to happen in the first place. Dickers, good afternoon, love you. Welcome into the stream. Hey, guys, I'm a Houthi, so good to have you here. We're shitting on Ethan and, like, his political hobbyism. That's kind of what we're doing here, as well as like some other kind of crazy shit that I found. That's what we're doing now. After that, I found some schizophrenic shit about the fucking the shooting that occurred in the United States. And then we're probably going to watch Purple Perry's Gaming's video on Shud. Okay. Ryan, good afternoon, love you. Castro, good afternoon, love you. Abiu, good afternoon, love you. Speed Racer, good afternoon, love you. Brandroid, good afternoon, love you. Yeah, welcome in. So that's like kind of what we're doing. We're going over this one Ethan segment, and then I've got like 2 other things that I just have like a little bit of a frustration with. Okay, that I'm gonna show you guys because I think it'll be interesting. Don't say that. Don't ask Dickers if you're already. Don't ask Dickers. All right, if he was a guy that drove through protesters. Okay, we're gonna get to that. Give it some time. Give it some time. All right. Anyways, but yeah, that's what we're doing today. So that's it. All right.
It's like to be apartments, so it seems very likely that civilians probably.
Yeah, it does.
It says 80.
Dickers, thank you very much for the raid. So, anyways, yeah, this is kind of like a part of what we're going through. I'm just, again, I think if you don't know who I am, obviously that's stupid as shit because I literally like screamed at Dickers the other day for like an hour or 2, right? So that's the thing. Aaron, good afternoon, love you. I did scream at him about some crazy protest shit the other day for a few hours. It was a thing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm his lefty friend, I guess. Wicked, good afternoon, love you. So that's the thing. Anyways, so yeah, we're doing this. All right, I need to edit out this Dickers thanks for the raid thing. Remember to like and subscribe. We're here all the time. We're doing shit. It's a thing. Okay, we're doing what we do. Okay, I suck at like the raids. All right, I need to get like more snappy with this shit. I just woke up from a nap. All right, right before I started stream. It's like I'm doing what I can.
Psychic what? Psychic what? Psychic what?
Money because I like the moth.
Brandroid, thank you for the $2. It is a good moth. It is fuzzy and cute. We try our best. Jake, good afternoon, love you. So yeah, let's run through this. All right, like if you haven't. Where we went with this, because I'm going to have to edit all this out because I'm making a video about it. I kind of started off with like, Hila made this post that she was like getting heavily criticized for in like Ethan's own subreddit, and then made an apology Instagram post shortly after that. As well, we finally got her to, or not we, but she finally did post about, the Palestinians, all right, being murdered in Israel. She finally posted about it because it was the Houthis that did it. So that's the thing. Aaron, thank you for the $3 super chat. Pear with fist bump coming back and forth with both of his hands because he's imagining Uranus. So anyways, that's where we're at. All right, we got a bunch of different things. We have a bunch of different things. Okay, that's where it was. Then, now, we're back into segment mode. Let's go.
Civilians, according to Iranian media.
Iran state news agency IRNA said Tehran launched... Wait, why does he keep talking about their missiles? Iran's Operation Netanyahu... Here, attacks on Iran. Iranian media showed images of destroyed...
Why do they keep talking about their missiles? Because their missiles are getting through the Iron Dome for some reason.
Department blocks in Iran said nearly 80 civilians were killed, including the target was a nuclear scientist.
Yeah.
Israel's military said it was striking Iranian missile and drone launching sites and had struck another nuclear site in Isfahan. An Israeli military spokesperson denied Iranian media reports that an Israeli fighter jet was downed. In a phone interview with Reuters, Trump said nuclear talks between... yeah, I don't think the nuclear talks are probably going to be on the table right now. So this was a big point of contention about like what was the USA's involvement in all this, and it seems like now we knew everything, Trump said. I guess they just didn't like participate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's not true. That's just a fucking lie. That is literally just a lie. Like, that is actually just a straight up fucking lie. Oh my god. This is just... Plural, good afternoon, love you. Brother, that is just a lie. Like, by, like, the admission of the fucking Department of Defense, or as well as Trump himself, like, at the initial parts of the Israeli strikes, that is fundamentally a lie.
I think, I mean, it's obvious that they knew because this was already being reported in Israel for a few days.
Yeah,
that an attack is being planned without the help of America.
Wasn't America like a few days ago being like, everyone needs to leave?
Yeah, but it was the whole idea was. God, that's such a good alert. Thank you for the $4, Ryan Thomas. That's a good alert. Yeah, so the thing is, this was like saber rattling. And I think to actually say, oh, they were warning people to leave that area, I don't think they were actually saying about leaving Iran, even. Like, they were specifically saying, like, totally different countries in the Middle East for them to go ahead and be removed from in the first place. That's just not... I might need to actually look into that a little bit, right? Cosmo, good afternoon, love you.
Yeah.
Diplomats need to leave the region?
Yeah, yeah.
It seems like a giveaway.
Yeah.
You know? I've tried to save Iran.
I mean, the idea could have also just been, oh, we think Israel might do something. Not, hey, they're going to fight probably the most well-trained military in the Middle East next to Israel in terms of, like, launching a preemptive assault. And again, if we're going to be considering, like, what happened last year that caused, you know, that spark up where Iran sent somewhere around, like, 130 drones, 20 cruise missiles, and around 110 ballistic missiles. I may be getting the cruise and ballistic mixed up. Even if we're looking at that, that was all off the back of Israel striking, was it Syria? Was it Syria? Oh boy. If I look at a map, I'll be able to literally point it out. But I think it was it Syria or was it Lebanon? Lebanon. No, it was Syria, right? I believe that it was Syria. That they struck a place in Syria where there was some Iranian general that then caused, you know, Iran to respond with a drone and missile cohort that didn't really do anything. All right. It looked like a decent show of strength. This time, it seems like they're actually shooting missiles. Yeah, I believe that's the case. I know that they've struck Lebanon aside, but that's different. The embassy strike? Yeah. I don't remember exactly which one it was, whether it was Syria or Lebanon.
Humiliation. What is this? Oh, that's Trump. Okay. Two regional sources, at least 20 Iranian military commanders were killed. A stunning decapitation reminiscent of Israelis' attack that swiftly wiped out the leadership of Lebanon's once feared Hezbollah. Iran said 6 of its top nuclear scientists had been killed. Among the generals killed on Friday were Armed Force Chiefs of Staff Major General Mohammed Bagheri and the great Salami. I don't know anything about him, but I've heard that name a lot. Hussein Salami?
Salami.
Does that mean hello or something?
He's never heard that name before in his fucking life. Does that mean hello? What? What? You mean assalamu alaikum? Like, this is just... You've never heard these names before, Ethan. Stop pretending like you have. It's okay, buddy. Jesus Christ, salami? Yeah, like salame. It's probably like salame. All right, but yeah, it's Ryan is bringing this up actually, right? Qasem Soleimani happened in Iraq. Not sure which general you're referring to. Yeah, Soleimani, that was 2019, right? I believe that was 2019, and that was a U.S. strike, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know.
Oh.
My brother's fiance is a Salami.
Oh, they don't speak Arab. They speak Persian. It's like a whole different thing, right?
Okay. Yeah, I'm not... That's low-hanging fruit.
Farsi, right? Yeah.
That's low-hanging fruit.
Major General Mohammed Pakpour, swiftly promoted to replace Soleimani as Guards commander, vowed retaliation in a letter to the Supreme Leader. The gates of hell will open to the child-killing regime. So it seems like there's going to be some civilian deaths there, which is, fucked. But I do think people need to remember just how central Iran is to all this shit. Like they don't get to like.
Yeah, see, this is where I think there actually probably could have been like a possibility in like the early stages of like the assault on Gaza, that, and again, because we've literally just known that like Iran was behind the Houthis and Hezbollah, like they were directly funding them. This is like a well-known thing. They took credit for these things. I think that there is like, I think people probably would have been a lot more okay with Israel bombing Iran and then like, you know, committing a ethnic cleansing on Gaza. But, you know, they decided to do the one, and now they're doing this one too. Live for today. Good afternoon. Love you.
Fund all these terrorist groups to set their agenda, to push everybody into violence, to hijack the government of Gaza. They're the reason there's no fucking...
That's not how that... They started funding them after that. No, stop.
There's no shelters. That all the money sent to Gaza is misappropriated on military operations. That's all from Iran, dude.
But that's like the thing, is like we've known this connection to Iran this whole time. Not only that, I honestly thought, hey, you know, I figured I'm like a little bit shocked about this, in like the sense that I feel like Israel has hit every country and or group that was like tangentially related to October 7th already. I thought that they already kind of did that. So I was like, when this Iranian stuff blows up again, I'm just like, all right, well, I guess at this point they're just going to keep going and double tapping, you know, for, yeah.
Also, I just want to mention that...
And yet, like, obviously there is a reason why, because Israel is controlled by a jingoist party known as Likud, whose head is Bibi Netanyahu, who manufactured the consent that Israel is under constant assault because of a Likud terrorist killing the previous prime minister from before Benjamin Netanyahu. But, you know, yep. Yeah.
Said that Iran doesn't have any friends. They do. They have Russia. And all the drones that are attacking Ukraine are...
Who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this? Who the hell is this? I've never seen this person. I watched way too much H3, and I've never seen this person on fucking H3 before. Who the fuck is this?
Iranian as well. Like,
so they're, well, I guess a regional partner. Russia's not going to fucking join a war on behalf of Iran.
They do give support to Russia. Iran.
Yeah, I'm not saying that.
They sell them weapons and stuff. I think they're out.
Yeah, because Iran has some of the, again, one of the best militaries in the Middle East, and along with that, they have an incredible missile program. They have incredible missile technologies for people outside of like the Western order. It's just, yeah, you know.
Yeah, I think they're allies, but
yeah,
that would be obviously catastrophic. But I don't see why they would get involved. They're already involved in a catastrophic war with Ukraine.
I'm not saying that they are gonna join in. I'm just saying that they do have some friends.
Yeah, okay,
some allies.
They've got the great folks. Let's see, they've got Russia, North Korea, and China.
That party's been openly genocidal. Likud, yeah. I mean, it's literally in their charter. Like, just the same as, like, people are going to be like, well, in Hezbollah's charter, they say, death to Israel, death to the United States, a curse upon the Jews, right? Like, it's like, yeah, like, Likud is that, but, like, with, you know, purging Israel of Arabs. Yeah.
The moral centers of the universe. Salami is a great sandwich meat. I agree. It's one of the best. You know, but yeah, that's my take. You know, it's a fucking.
You would think she would hate this, since Ukraine loses funding and attention every time Israel causes a war. Yes and no, right? Which is that, one, if you're looking at Ukraine's posture throughout all of this, they've been doing everything to be as buddy-buddy with as many countries as physically possible. And have kind of like expressed more support towards Israel than like a lot of countries. And again, considering the situation, not gonna, you know, I think Ukrainian liberty is extremely important. Probably gonna look the other way. You could make an argument it shouldn't be that way, but they are trying to actively avoid their own genocide. So that is the truth.
This war has been brewing, and it's been somewhat inevitable, it feels like, for a long fucking time.
Somebody said, what did Israel think would happen? I mean, they thought they're going into a war. They told everybody, I mean, they sent sirens already last night in preparation to wake people up so they would go into safe rooms.
Yeah.
And yeah.
They definitely expected this, and they're expecting worse, I'm sure.
They've been telling the people that...
And this is the thing, though, is like they're expecting a war. I mean, if we're looking at when this happened last year, okay, what did Israel do? Oh, hey, Iran, we're gonna bomb here because you guys hit us here. Does that sound good? Everybody cool about that? And then, like, you know, which allows you to get civilians out of the area. You know what I mean? This was not like that. This is not like how previous Israel-Iran tension flares have occurred. This does not seem to be as well communicated to the Israeli public. Again, the way everything seems.
This is going to go on for at least 2 weeks.
Look, if there's people dying in Israel, I'm going to feel horrible and sad. But like by the same token, it's like this is a war that is going to be. It's a war, right? So and Israel's attacking Iran, so I'm not going to be like, I can't believe Iran did this, right? Like that's not my stance. I'm just speaking.
Have some
pragmatically
conviction
about.
You're not shut the fuck up. What pragmatism are you speaking with? What do you mean? What do you mean? You're speaking pragmatically? The pragmatic response would be, hey, Israel bombed the shit out of these people because of their nuclear program, right? Like that's why they did it, when their number one ally was actively negotiating with them about their nuclear program. The pragmatic would be that Israel jumped the gun on bombing them, or they went ahead and have created this weird false thing with Donald Trump. Like, this is not, there's no pragmatics here, brother. Stop saying stupid shit.
What's happening? And Iran is the fucking bad guy. They're evil. You know what I'm saying, dude?
Iran bad, therefore.
Talk to him.
Thank you, bro. How, you like salami or you prefer pepperoni?
I like, I like salami better than pepperoni. I don't even put pepperoni on pizza. Salami, I actually like to eat it with ketchup sometimes.
I hate Harley. Okay. Is that kosher? Okay. I'm not saying salami and pepperoni have ham in them, which, you know, is incapable of being kosher. But, you know, yeah. Good afternoon, Dickers. Thank you again for the raid. He puts ketchup on salami? I'm starting to understand some things now. I'm going to be honest. I think I'm starting to understand some things. But one thing I can't understand is this little clip that I have, this little portion of a podcast, all right, of a guy who Ethan brought up in a documentary about Hassan, all right, recently. Rays, good afternoon, love you. Something interesting that occurred during that podcast. Is that the food guy? Yeah, Harley Morenstein. He no longer has a successful channel because he just sat on it, and now he just goes ahead and hangs out with Ethan. Like, on the reg. Okay, it's a thing. Anyways, you know, this is something that's interesting that happened, and again, shortly after the Iran, or the Israel strikes on Iran occurred. So I wanted to show you guys this, so that way we can talk a little bit about
Oh, we have a Zionist in chat.
We do?
Mm-hmm.
All right, sorry, give me a sec.
Out of the bars and into the shelters, fucking up the Islamic Republic is actually a great way to celebrate Pride. It is a disgusting way to celebrate Pride. Stop using Pride and being gay to support fucking genocide and killing innocent people and bombing countries that have nothing to do, bombing sovereign nations, okay? Stop using this shit, bro. That's fucking nasty.
Oh, we have a Zionist in chat.
We do?
Mm-hmm.
Who is, oh, Kufeho's your next Millhouse? Oh, I wanted to read some of them.
Now remember, Ethan, in his little docu on Hassan, went ahead and brought this guy up and called him Millhouse. Now, it appears that there are people in his chat saying, "You're next, Millhouse." Very curious, very interesting. I'm not saying that H3 and Ethan Klein are running a rabid hate community similar to their button sponsor, Dan Saltman's good buddy, Destiny. But, you know, hey, Lord, good afternoon, love you. Winter Guy, good afternoon, love you.
They're saying your next Millhouse H31, your next Millhouse H31.
Isn't that crazy, folks? Isn't that so fun? H3 fans are coming in here to tell me that I'm next.
And just so we're clear, this guy is currently living in Lebanon, which has been bombed by Israel in the very recent past. He does, in fact, live in Lebanon. So, yep, pretty cool.
Getting bombed. Like, that's how fucking psycho they are. You're next, H3 fan. You're H31. You're next. Do you want me to die because of some fucking drama beef with your fucking daddy, Ethan Klein? You want
Scully? Good afternoon, love you. I don't like this guy either, but that's fucked up. Yeah, that's like extremely fucked up. Again, we'll see if Ethan addresses it on Monday. I've got my guesses, but you know, you can.
You to die. You want us to get bombed
right?
because of an internet beef with Hassan and Ethan Klein, bro?
Whoa.
Are you fucking?
You think it's funny? Hey, Normie, I'm pretty sure if people were actively saying, "Hey, we're gonna kill loner box" in places, you might have a different opinion, right? Yeah, parasocial shit's weird. Yeah, it's not just weird, it's insane, in my opinion. It's pretty repulsive.
Stupid, you fucking genocidal fucking maniacs. Fucking insane. What an insane community of fans Ethan Klein has brought together. I'm pro-Palestine.
All right, well, Normie, I hope your family never gets threats made against them. You know, black-pilled and like humor. I'm sure that's like what they're doing, not, you know, I'm sure it's humorous. I'm sure that it's absolutely humorous, but, you know, yep.
This is the second H3 fan to tell me that I should get bombed by the IDF. لو كسختكم واحد بأيدي fucking صهيوني خرا زب مثلك مثل Ethan Klein واحد خرا بيسوى أيدي. Anyway, speaking of Ethan Klein,
Zionists are funny. They're pathetic. Like they have nothing to look forward to, and they just wanna beef online.
Millhouse, you're next. Oh, Israel, the IDF is gonna kill you, Millhouse. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, how brain dead are you that you want me to die over some internet beef? Jesus. What a fucking idiot. Let us react to Ethan Klein.
Let us react to Ethan Klein. Just, all right, cool, great. I got my clip. We're good. But that's it. All right. Anyways, so there is all that. And I do want to go ahead and show you the Most AstroTurf subreddit. All right. A quite literal Destiny DGG plant ever since we found out that Stale took it over entirely. And a post that they made about Hassan with regards to all of this, right?
But they would do the exact same thing. Democrats, if they were in charge right now, would be doing 100% the exact same thing. 1-to-1. Make no fucking mistake. Anyone who tries to tell you that Kamala Harris will be different is a fucking delusional moron. Do not listen to them.
Now, again, this is if we look at the title of this clip, Hassan still thinks Democrats and Kamala would be no different. And when it comes to Israel, yeah, it doesn't seem like there would be any difference. Okay? Like, you had Democrats that were coming out saying Israel should nuke Iran. All right? It is patently false on domestic issues, all right, on a lot of international stuff. But when it comes to our Israeli policy, there is very little functional difference between Republicans and Democrats. Okay? I don't think Kamala would be worse. Do I think it would be lightly worse? Maybe. Possibly. But, like, that's just me hoping and not, like, looking at ignoring reporting about, like, Joe Biden. Joe Biden. And, like, oh, God, do you guys remember this? We looked up this article a little while ago, right? There was this, this was like back in April of Biden never pressured Israel for ceasefire as Israelis boast of exploiting U.S. support, right? Like, this was a report that came out in April. And it's just like, yeah, like what difference would there actually be? You know, there just actually isn't. It's kind of we've literally done that. It's crazy.
Why? Kamala Harris's own campaign aides have actually come out and talked about how they would be doing a better job defending Israel right away.
Yeah, and that's just it. It's like, this is the thing. That's the absolute truth. That is things that they've said. These are things that are there. But again, the narrative is that Hassan can only go ahead and like look at things from a whole picture, even though he voted for Kamala Harris as accords to the Ethan Hassan debate, amongst a bunch of other things. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I just think that's kind of crazy. And we'll probably keep looking into the Iran stuff as time goes on, because it's just, yeah, I actually am interested in seeing if Ethan has any change in tact after this weekend. Because I really do think that the idea of Israel starts an attack, several days later is like, we really need you to join this in the war. I just kind of worried that we're gonna have dead Americans in Iran. You know, I think that I thought that the American public was tired of going to deserts and mountains to fight a bunch of so-called Islamists and everything, but we'll see. You know, we'll see. So that's like a thing. So.